Hey, hello everyone, it's Jeannie, and today is day 6. I know I said it was day 6 yesterday. That was wrong, but here's what I'm thinking. I just gave us all $1,000 bonus, so it's that I get unexpected income all the time, right? So anyhow, you got an extra $1,000, but today actually is day 6, and we're putting in $6,000. And I want to catch up with you. I didn't tell you how I spent my 5,000 yesterday. And what I did with it yesterday is in our winery, we have everything is LED lighting, but some of it, like in the kitchen, in the storage room in the back, and the big production room, are LED fluorescent lights. So that no worky. So I hired somebody to pull all those lights out in the back, to drop the ceiling in the big production room, which is 1,000 square feet, and to put in LED lights that are beautiful and some chandeliers and all of that. So $5,000. That didn't take long. Today, on my $6,000, what I did is I bought a $4,500 um, dishwasher, which I had in the bistro. And you might say, wow, that's amazing. And it was like, yeah. But what it does is it washes everything from pots and pans to crystal in under 2 minutes perfectly. And it's very quiet. So that was $4,500 and $1,500 for a new refrigerator. So that's $6,000. What we're doing is we are renovating our winery, which has been empty, and we're turning it into a beautiful urban living space. So it's going to be fun, and you're going to be hearing a lot about this. In the meantime, I have gotten a lot of great feedback. The girl that had said that she jumped in on day 3 and was just so great. What she did is she and her partner live in a fifth wheel, and they manage an RV park, a couple of towns away from here. And they live in their fifth wheel, but they also have a little trailer, and they were letting people just stay in the trailer kind of as their guest cottage. And she said, with this money game, it occurred to me that I can actually bring that over here to the RV park. People always want space, and we can rent that out. And so it is a revenue source. I love that. And that's what the money game does. It gets you thinking about stuff that you just hadn't thought about. Another person said that in 2018, she had a banking account and she had $10,000 in it. She just kind of not done anything with it since 2018, but she got a notice from the bank saying, please review your account. And she went back in and looked. Now, she hadn't done anything to it, but there's over $17,000 in there without doing anything. I get unexpected income all the time, right? And then I got a wonderful text from a guy. He and his wife are playing the game. And he said that he had gone in, he had logged into his credit card to pay the credit card balance and looked at the reward status that he had. And he said there was enough money in the reward status to pay the balance off. And he said, I am boisterously running around singing, I get unexpected money all the time. I get lots and lots of money all the time. Whatever works for you. And I am just so excited. Now, I want to tell you, today is a very interesting thing. I'm going to give you some good information if you want to create something. Yesterday morning, I spent a long time in a conversation with one of our participants, and she is a magnificent creator. About a year ago, about a year ago, she got her PhD in education, and she's still teaching, but her desire is to expand. She's writing a book, but she loves to speak in public. She loves to travel, and what she wants is to get out of the classroom and get in front of groups of people. And she said, I've sent out all these resumes, nothing is happening, and I have this crazy idea that something's just going to happen. And I went, yeah, I believe that too. So I said, well, let me tell you what I've been studying. And it's the book by Dr. Joe Dispenza called Becoming Supernatural. And he talks about how we can co-create anything that we want just by deciding what it is, getting into the feelings, practicing that feeling, sending out the resonance, and letting it meet up with the exact resonance of the universe. So and I'm going to show you this. In her case, it's a job, so I told her to write down a letter J for job. But if it's like a relationship, you want a love relationship, it would be R. If it's money, it would be M, or A for abundance, or H for health. But in her case, she knows what she wants. And I said, don't think about what you don't want. Because she was like, well, I know exactly what I don't want. And I'm, oh, no, no, don't even think about that. You have to think only about what you want. It's like putting it on the whiteboard. You remember that. So here's what it looks like. And Dr. Joe did this with his son Jace after he had gotten his graduate degree. He had gone to work for somebody in the Silicon Valley, got done with that, went to a startup, was kind of disillusioned. He said, you know what, Dad, I'm just going to take the better part of a year off and I want to go surf all over the world. He was a great surfer. And he said, well, yeah, go do it. So as his time was drawing short there, he'd been surfing for like 7 months. And he said, you know, I need to be thinking about what I can do for a job. So here's what Joe said. He said, write down in the page a J and put squiggly lines around it, which are the energy centers, okay? And then he said, to the left, write intention. That's your thoughts. And write, 1 to 5 things that you intend for your job to be comprised of. In his, it was number 1, work from anywhere in the world. Number 2, make the same amount or more money. Number 3 was contracts for 6 months to a year. Number 4, love what I do. And number 5, be my own boss and lead my own team. So he wrote that down on the intentions. On the right side, it's elevated emotions, which is how you feel and how you will feel when all of this is your reality. So number 1, he said, empowered. I will also feel in love with life. Number 2. Number 3, free. And number 4, grateful. Gratitude is a very, very strong one. So what Joe told him to do was he said, take these lists, and I want you to spend some time every day. You're out of your element. You're out of your environment. Spend some time. Hold those thoughts. You know what it consists of. He said, the only 2 things that you are not allowed to write down is when and how. That's none of your business, okay? Write down what you want and your feelings around that. So every day his son sat down and just ramped up the energy. And he said, send it out in a burst of energy. And it's like looking in a mirror and you are looking at yourself as that person. And the universe is looking back at you going, gotcha. So he did that. And finally he got back in the United States and he said, hey, Dad, he said, I'm back in the U.S. We should talk. And Joe thought, oh, brother, here we go. And he said, yeah, what's up? And he said, well, I'm kind of out of money. And he said, the dad in me wanted to say, let me just spot you some money. He said, but the teacher in me thought this is a great time for him to get to know who he is and what his power is. And he said, that is great news, Jace. He said, now you're really going to be forced to ramp it up and to create what you want. There was a silence, and so he hung up the phone. So Jace had already planned to go snowboarding for 4 days with his college buddies. They did every year. So he went and did that. He came back to Santa Barbara and walked into a surf shop. And to his amazement, this top surfboard fin designer was there. And they started talking. And the guy said, I have these ideas for these surfboard fins that are revolutionary. He said, but I need someone to help design them. I need someone who can work on their own, who can surf all over the world, who can be independent. I'm willing to pay a lot of money, head up his own teams. I'll offer, a 6-month or a 1-year contract. We can renew it any time. Boom. And what Jay said was, Dad, he said, I didn't have to do anything except that other work. He said, I didn't have to set up an interview. I didn't have to send out a resume. I didn't have to send a text and an email. I just followed instinct, and the job fell in his lap. So, what is it that you want? What is it that you want to change? And are you willing to get clear on what your intentions are, what your emotional resonance is? Spend some time every day being that, feeling that, seeing yourself in the mirror and seeing the universe looking back and going, we got this. We got this. And actually, people, this is what we're doing every day. In this money game, we are bringing this resonance into our heart, right? We are doing a cohesion between the pineal gland and the brain and taking our thoughts, bringing it down into the heart and sending it out in a burst of energy. And so let's just do that. And then we're also doing it for other people here. So just feel this energy in this room wherever you are. Bring it into your heart. Bring it down from your brain. Feel that heart and brain and mind cohesion and coherence. Just know that you will and can get clear on what it is that you want. You're willing to spend some time every day. You feel the feelings that you know you will feel when this has happened. Now, let's just send it out to the universe and let's send it out to everybody playing this game. Let's get in our gratitude. We see them having exactly what they want. We see them getting inspired. We see them having opportunities. And as Joseph Campbell said, when we get clear on that, doors will open where there were no doors. So spend your $6,000 today. Let me hear from you. Share what's going on. If you're having problems, let me know that too. Let's just dive in. And tomorrow is $7,000. Have some fun. Sing the song. I get unexpected income all the time. Have some fun with it. And I'll see you tomorrow.